You know, some of these shows, you know what they're doing now? They're drinking like whiskey.
But I care about us more. I don't want to go through. I don't want to talk about it no more. I don't want. For 22 years, every time I do an interview, they ask me about M&M's.
Yeah, we got some booze in here.
Some cigars and like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are cigars kosher? Can you smoke them?
Yeah, I don't smoke cigars, but this is Funded Fridays, episode number 6.
6.
6. We're gonna talk about what are we talking about? So I'm gonna ask a few questions to these great-looking guys.
Yes.
And we'll get some feedback on what's going on with the market, with the new president, what's going to happen. So my first question is to CJ. As a first-time investor, what do you think is best for that investor? Like a DSCR loan or a fix and flip loan?
Me personally, I think probably like a fix and flip loan, just because, you know, on a fix and flip loan, you could profit $50,000. Whereas, you know, if you're just doing a rental property, even if you're cash flowing $500 a month, it's going to take you 100 months just to make that 50,000. Usually the first time investors, they're trying to grow their capital. So probably a fix and flip loan.
What do you think, Joel?
Yeah, it all depends on what your goals are. You know, if you want to build a real estate portfolio where you get monthly income, you might want to stick to a DSCR, and you can even fix and rent, right? Yeah. You can rehab a home and rent it out. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
You know, once you buy the property, you fix it up, you rehab it, and you can get more rent than if you had just bought it originally. We offer those here, by the way. We offer the fix and rent loans and the fix and flip loans, and DSCR loans too. We offer it all, but it really depends on what your goals are. Fix and flip actually allows you for sometimes a lower down payment.
Yeah,
that might be beneficial for some people. So if you want to build up a real estate portfolio, you'll want rental properties. But like CJ says, the fix and flips can get you immediate return, get some profit in those deals once you sell the house.
And as a first-time investor, do you think he should buy his first-time investment either should be his primary home or should it be like an investment home?
I think that
as a first-time investor,
what lenders like to look at, they want to see that you've established your own house, your own place, your own roof over your head that you live under. Lenders like to be assured that you have everything stable in your life, including owning a home. That's the first step. It's not required, but it's looked on favorably that you own your own house.
Because a lot of investors rent apartments.
Exactly.
And they have rental properties.
Yeah, it's not mandatory to own your own house,
right,
where you live.
It doesn't do with it.
You know, it can be a factor in lending, but it's not required.
Not required.
They might ask you to come in with a bigger down payment. They might ask you some other questions of why do you still live with your parents, or what's your rental income history right now. It could be a factor, but it's not required.
Okay. How do you know if an investment is a good deal? Like a customer comes to you and says, hey, I have this house. You look it up for him. Can you tell him if it's a good deal or not? Like what are you looking to determine if that's a good deal for him to get into?
What do you look at?
What do you look for?
At least me, I look for maybe like a 20 to 30% annualized ROI. And then at least, you know, you want to at least make at least 20,000 on a flip, give or take, maybe a little bit more. You know, you don't want to do a flip for three or 4 months only to make $15,000, and you know, you could just get a regular job for that.
What's the minimum amount that they should look on the return on investment? Suppose they buy a house for $300,000, they do a little construction on it for like $100,000. What do we look at numbers?
Joel?
Well, when you talk about numbers, you always want to have your own spreadsheets about the costs, the expenses, real estate fees, taxes, things like that. You want to make sure everything's covered because things happen in a flip. Sometimes you get some bad weather, you might have to delay. Sometimes material costs go up, right? Mm-hmm. So you want to leave room. So, you know, when you talk about ROI, that's a good idea. You always want to maintain a certain threshold of return on investment because things happen. So you want to make sure you make some money instead of breaking even. I always say
what's the amount? What's some money?
Well, it depends on your local area. Are you flipping in Alabama? Are you flipping in California? These are all relevant loan sizes, right?
Like me, if I was doing a flip, if I'm only getting 20,000 out of it, like, is it worth that headache just to make 20 grand?
And that's for each individual person to determine, right? Is it worth your time? How long did it take you to do the flip? Did it only take you to do 2 months? Are you only doing something cosmetic? Are you adding a bed and a bath? That's going to take longer, so you want a higher return on that because it's more of your time. You figure out what's more important, your time or the money, and you figure it out from there.
And that's why some of our lenders want $30,000 minimum profit in the
Right.
deal, right?
Or 30, 15,000 minimum or 30% ROI, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Right. So yeah, you want to account for all your expenses. God forbid something comes up in the middle, earthquake happens, hurricane happens. You got to delay everything. Building costs go up. Labor costs could be something. But yeah, 30% ROI and at least $15,000 profit, no matter where you are, at a minimum.
I don't know the question, but it says, how many properties do you need to retire in 2024?
Like how many rental properties or investment properties that you need to own?
Oh, like to say it's enough? Okay.
Yeah.
It all depends on where you live, right? How are your overhead expenses? Do you live in Kansas? I mean, obviously your living expenses it's going to be a lot less than if you lived in New York, right? So how many properties? It depends on the values. You can't really throw a number on how many properties, but your residual income. How about that? Your rental income after all expenses. You should be clearing a profit, depending on what your living expenses are. So it should be a certain percentage.
Yeah, like what are your expenses every month? How
Right.
much do you need to clear? Do you have kids?
Right.
Are you buying a Lambo?
Yeah.
Do you gotta pay for your Lambo?
Exactly. The Lamborghini is important, everybody. You gotta
Very
make that
important.
expense.
Especially the Urus. I really like that one.
See? This is the money guy right here. He knows
Especially
what he's talking about.
with inflation
That's
nowadays.
my next car, by the way.
Inflation too, yeah, taking into account, Maserati, Lambo. Some people got high taste in man.
Insurance.
What's that?
Insurance.
Ooh. Insurance. You know what insurance for a Lambo would be?
A lot.
That sums it up, everybody. It's a lot.
It's a lot. Let's put it that way.
Whatever you think it is, double it, triple it, and then add $2,000.
So, next final question, well, kind of a question is, where do you see the market now for the end of the year, beginning of next year? Well, how do you think it's going to shift, go up, go down, stay the same?
I think last year it was kind of slow, at least for me personally. I thought it was slow, but I'm seeing this year lots more activity is picking up. I think, investors are, they don't care about the rising interest. I mean, they care about the interest rates rising, but they're kind of used to it already. They've kind of got that shock from the really quick raises in interest rates, and now you're starting to see it come down. I think Jerome Powell cut rates today. So I think, I think investors are investing. They're going to start buying more properties now. That way they can flip it, hopefully be out of a flip by April or May, right when buyers are buying. So I think it's a great time of the year for people to invest.
Yep, I have a lot of people that were waiting until they were looking at the market in December because not a lot of people buy in December. And so there's also market availability at that time. So, I think that things are going to pick up a lot more. Interest rates, like I said, hopefully will be dropping. And people have been waiting till the next year or at least after the election was done in order to make a move, whatever move that might be, selling property or buying. So a lot of people were waiting. I think now's a good time for everybody to start. Never a bad time to buy a piece of property.
My busiest time is like from August to December. People want to invest their money before the end of the year, so they can show on taxes, like they did this, they did this.
Yeah, for write-offs, all kinds of stuff.
For write-offs and investments. So it's a busy time right now, especially hopefully the rates will drop soon.
Yeah, that helps everybody out. Everybody. Anything else, Roz, that you would like to add, or just any questions you had at the top of your head?
Yeah, I do actually. What are you doing this weekend?
You know what? I'm having a good time. That's what I'm doing. I just got paid. I'm having a great time.
Okay, so tell us about your closing. Maybe you get throw some closings in there. What'd you get? What'd you get closed?
I got. Let's see. The past 2 weeks, I got 2 ground-up construction loans for about $1.25 million. That was closed up. Made some good money on that. The good thing is that's a repeat builders. They love the way we work.
Okay.
They love our process, our submission process, and they love the way they get their draws. So they love the way we work. They come back to us for business, and everybody's happy. We're happy. The builders are happy, and the builders get their job done faster because our process is streamlined.
Nice.
And you can see how by giving me a call.
Or me a call. Or CJ call.
me a call, I guess. Our numbers will be where? Right here?
Right here.
Right there.
Right here.
Call
Click
me.
that number right there.
Me. I close.
Right. Anything you're working on? Anything special or out of the
Yes,
ordinary?
I have a profit and loss loan for 2.5 million. I have a bank statement loan, a lot of refis, a lot of cash outs. People are wanting, believe it or not, people are doing cash out to spend money on gifts for their family because Christmas is coming and everything. And then come January, I'm going to do another loan for them to pay off those debts.
Must be some big gifts.
Like I'm double dipping.
Right on.
What kind of gifts are they trying to buy them?
I don't know.
Lambos?
No, you know, they want like I guess for their grandkids. You know, people always want to do home remodeling now a little bit for the family.
I heard there was a new PlayStation coming out. I'm sure that's $9,995.
There you go. It's worth the origination.
That's what I heard. You never know if it's real. It's all rumors. Anything different or unusual you got going
What
on?
you got going on, CJ?
Unusual?
Something weird?
Nothing unusual. Nothing unusual. Just a couple fix and flip loans. Did one in Rancho Mirage, one in LA, $700,000, $800,000 price range.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
That's good.
Not bad at all.
Right. Right on. So I think that's going to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Funded Fridays.
Thank you so much for attending our episode number 6. And by the way, Zoe's not here. She was supposed to be here. And I'm going to give a shout out to Zoe because you're not here.
Zoe, there's a spot over there for you.
Right there. You didn't show up.
It's all right. Next time. Next time. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Everybody have a great one. Women look at me and laugh.
At least people look at you. People don't even look at me.
I think this needs a screwdriver there.
Needs to get tightened up.
There we go. Another 5 minutes. Screwdriver, make it tighter, make it this.
Are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
We've been ready for about 12 minutes now.
Since 2 o'clock. Hello everyone, thank you for attending. This is episode number 6 of,
Thank you for
I don't know.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you for
Hello
listening,
everyone, this is
watching.
episode number 6 of Funded Fridays. I'm Roz, a loan officer here at HML Investments.
You're not a loan officer.
I was
Yes.
I was talking in the start here, so I don't know if you want to restart that.
Do it again. So what am I? Agent?
Senior.
Am I a senior? Junior?
Say you're the head honcho here.
He gets the blue plate special at Denny's.
Give me-